When cutting a tape to secure the neonatal ET tube, you want to use elastoplast. You want to cut along the red dotted line that's on the tape and separate that into two pieces. This is on x-ray film, and you want to cut a rectangle. This frayed end that's here, you want to cut that off. You want to fold your tape in half and cut a notch here. And then you want to come up halfway and cut to the fold. You want to open up your tape and cut off any long edges. You want to trim this up a little bit. You don't want it super thin, but you don't want it really thick either. You're going to cut this in a little bit to about the width of your ET tube, like this. And then you're going to cut a really short end, like so. Now when you're cutting this tape, you want to look at your baby and cut your tape to the size of your baby. So the tape will vary from baby to baby. But a few things you want to keep in mind is you don't want your notch to extend past the outer part of the nose here, and then you don't want your tape to extend past the outer corner of the eye. So once you've got your tape fixed, you want to make sure that the skin is nice and clean. You want to apply your Cavalon to the top of the nares, the bottom, the upper lip, the circle of the cheeks. Then you want to apply your Mastisol to the upper lip and the round parts of the cheeks. And you want this to dry. It should be nice and tacky. When taping the tube, the person holding the baby's head and holding the tube in place should be on the opposite side of the numbers, and the person taping the tube should be on the same side as the numbers. They're going to determine where the tube placement is during the taping. You want to peel your tape off the film. You don't want to overstretch, and you want to make sure that's just below the patient's nose. You don't want it on the septum, and you don't want it occluding the nares. Once you get that on and it's secure, you want to confirm your ET tube placement visually, and you want to adjust. Once the person taping has found the placement, you want to put your short end down first, as close to the base of the tube as possible without pinching the upper lip. You want to take your long piece, and this is when you're going to use the stretch of your tube. You want to gently pull, come around the base of the ET tube with tension, and then you want to pull and candy cane up the ET tube. You want to apply a little bit more of your Mastisol on the top of the tape. For babies who are smaller, you might have to cut off the bar here so it doesn't ride up into the baby's septum. You just get your scissors and you just cut this bar off. And make sure you round off any edges. For your micro preemies, it might be necessary to also trim the edges here. Just if you do, make sure you round off the corners. The Neofit will go on the baby's face. You will put the ET tube in the cradle and wrap the Velcro secure but not tight around the ET tube. If you use the lollipops or banjos, you also don't want these to cross over and ride into the baby's septum. So you can tear these, and they're used to hold down the outer corners of the Neofit.